When Canadians are facing a crisis, they typically call the usual response agencies, such as fire, police, or emergency services. But when an entire town is threatened with disaster, the Canadian Forces often join the effort to save homes and lives. From evacuations in wildfire situations to devastating floods, military personnel can be relied on to provide additional manpower and expertise. In late June of 2011, a small town in Manitoba faced such an emergency. As the Souris River swelled and threatened to burst past its banks, the residents of the village that shared its name were in danger of losing their homes and livelihoods. It would be the third time in the same year that that river had crested, and thousands of homes had already been affected. The hospital temporarily ceased emergency and acute care services, and the sole bridge that connected one side of the town to the other was closed as a precautionary measure. As the levels continued to rise, Major Darrell Jackson made an appeal for assistance, and the Canadian Forces were quick to respond. Initially, 200 personnel from 2nd Battalion, Princess Patricia's Light Infantry, and 1st Regiment Royal Canadian Horse Artillery out of CFB Shiloh, Manitoba, arrived on July 2nd, and were quickly followed by another 175 personnel, also from CFB Shiloh. All were immediately put to work, reinforcing sandbag walls and dikes in a concerted effort to save as much as possible. Only 3 days later, the worst was over, and the river reached its peak without breaching the walls that surrounded it. Had it not been for the rapid deployment of the Canadian Forces, there most certainly would have been far more extensive damage that July 2011 weekend. Between military personnel and countless volunteers, a Manitoba town was spared from becoming a watery footnote in a history book.